Have you ever wondered how curd, a staple in many diets across the world, is made? Curd is loved globally, finding its place in a myriad of cuisines. From refreshing lassis in India to the creamy tzatziki in Greece, it's a versatile ingredient that transcends borders. But curd is not just a humble dairy product. It's the result of a fascinating scientific process, a dance of microscopic organisms turning plain milk into this tangy delight. So, what is the magic behind the transformation of milk into curd? Let's delve into the science behind it. To understand how curd is formed, we need to understand a little bit about the chemistry of milk. Milk, that common household staple, is actually a complex mixture of water, sugar, fat, and proteins, with proteins making up about 3.5% of milk's composition. The most abundant protein, casein. Casein is unique because it exists as micelles, which are tiny particles that remain suspended in the milk, giving it its white color. These micelles are fascinating. They're like tiny self-contained worlds, each one a ball of protein molecules with a water-loving exterior and a water-fearing interior. Now here's where the magic happens. When milk is left to ferment, it becomes more acidic. In this acidic environment, the casein micelles begin to react. The micelles, which normally repel each other, start to come together. They coagulate, forming a network of proteins that trap the water, fat, and other components of milk in between, leading to the formation of curd. The amplifying acidity that leads to the coagulation of casein is not a spontaneous event. It's orchestrated by millions of tiny organisms, bacteria, lactic acid bacteria, to be precise. These bacteria are naturally present in milk, and they play a pivotal role in curd formation. These lactic acid bacteria feed on the sugar in milk, known as lactose. As they consume lactose, they produce lactic acid. This acid increases the acidity of the milk, providing the perfect stage for the casein micelles to perform their coagulation dance. The result is that thick, creamy, tangy substance we know and love as curd. So, you see, without these bacteria, there would be no curd. They're the conductors in this symphony of transformation, orchestrating the complex reactions that turn ordinary milk into wholesome curd. So, it's the bacteria that are the real heroes in our curd making story. But how do these bacteria work? Stay tuned to find out in our next scene. The bacteria that help us make curd are called lactobacillus. Now, these microscopic powerhouses are quite fascinating. They work tirelessly, digesting the lactose sugar found in milk. As they do their job, they produce something called lactic acid. This isn't just any acid, it's a special ingredient that plays a crucial role in the curd making process. Imagine the milk as a peaceful sea, and the casein proteins as little boats floating on the surface. When lactic acid enters the scene, it stirs up a storm, causing the casein proteins to huddle together for safety. This gathering of casein proteins is what we see as curdling, the first step in transforming milk into curd. But the role of our lactobacillus friends doesn't stop there. As they continue their work, they also give curd its characteristic tangy taste. This is the result of the fermentation process, where the bacteria break down the lactose sugar into simpler compounds. This process not only gives curd its unique flavor, but also makes it easier for our bodies to digest. So, the next time you enjoy a bowl of curd, remember to thank these little bacteria. They've worked hard to turn your milk into a tasty, nutritious treat, and there you have it. The magic of bacteria turns milk into delicious, tangy curd. So, curd isn't just a tasty treat, it's a science experiment you can eat. Indeed, the journey of milk transforming into curd is a remarkable demonstration of science in our daily lives. At the heart of this transformation is the fascinating process of curdling, where the casein protein in milk reacts to an acidic environment. This environment is created by the work of our tiny helpers, the lactobacillus bacteria. Through their metabolic activities, these bacteria convert lactose, the sugar in milk, into lactic acid. This results in the curdling of milk, forming the creamy texture we associate with curd. But the magic doesn't stop there. The fermentation process, driven by these bacteria, also produces the characteristic tangy taste of curd, a flavor loved by many around the world. So there you have it, the science behind the delicious and nutritious curd. Next time you enjoy a bowl of curd, remember the fascinating science that made it possible.